First and foremost, I would like to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, who I learned this truth from. I would like to give a salutation to all the Akim out there that's preaching this word in righteousness and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Also a shalom to the Israelite foreigners out there, the speckled bird, who's going to come looking like other nations, but who are Israelites. Shalom, man. Today's lesson is going to be about manifest destiny. Esau always liked to say the reason that he came here to America and took over because it was manifest destiny. And he's absolutely right, man. He slaughtered the Native American Indians and the rest of them he put on reservation, as well as the rest of the Northern Kingdom throughout Mexico, Central America and South America, right? Also in the Caribbean. Then he brought the Southern Kingdom, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi over here in cargo slave ships, right? All that was manifest destiny, as well as Esau becoming in power over the whole earth. Yes, all that was manifest destiny, but it's only half of the story, all right? The other half of the story, right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followed, right? We're at the end of the age of Edom, all right? And Jacob is going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, because through our glorious Lord, Yahweh Shai, he's going to come back, right? And throw down Esau's kingdom, right? And set us up to be rulers on this earth, man, all right? So we're going to get into that, man, all right? Today, you're going to get the whole story. Let's go to the book of Job. This is Job chapter 9, right? Verse 24. So this is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Who's the hands of the wicked? That's Esau. Who gave Esau the earth? That would be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who are the faces of the judges? You so-called Israelites, man. During the dark ages, we ruled Europe for 1,000 years, and we painted our images up. So during the Renaissance period, when Esau came back in power, what did he do? He iconoclasmed the dark images and put his images up, all right? Thereof, if not, where and who is he? Esau has been identified. All right, he is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, the devil, okay? But nevertheless, him being in power is manifest destiny, okay? Let's go to the book of Daniel. He's half correct on that, but he didn't tell the full story. You're going to get the full story today. See, the reason also Esau think him coming into power was of his own doing. See, this is another reason why Esau is going to come out of power, because he's not giving the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, his credit, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai put Esau in power. Esau didn't do it with his own hands, all right? But that's what he thinks, because he's proud and he's puffed up. And let me get that. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and give it to whomever he will, and set up over it the basis of man. And Esau is the basis of man, children of fools, okay? And the Lord, to show his power, he put Esau in power, all right? Now, let's continue on, man. All right? Let's go back to the book of Job. This is Job chapter 30, verses 5 to 8. Okay? Job chapter 30, verses 5 to 8. They were driven forth from among men. Who is this talking about? It's talking about Esau. They cried after them as after a thief, because the word Caucasian come from what? The Caucasus Mountains, man. Esau got driven up to the mountains, man. All right. When we came into power during the Dark Ages, man. All right. Let's continue on, man. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, ye children of base men. They were violent in the earth, man. That's right, man. Violent in the earth, man. Okay, Esau is the lowest of the low. But once again, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai put Esau in power to show his power. Okay? Once again, Esau is partially right. Manifest destiny. But of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's continue on, man. Let's continue on. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, because the Lord said that he was going to bring what? The worst of the heathens and put them over us, right? When we broke the statute, laws, commandments, he did that. He put Esau over top of us. And let's get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 24 to 27. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathens, Esau, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Hey, man, this is what happened to our people. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophets, but the law shall perish from the priests, and the counsel from the ancient. The king shall mourn, the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them, and they shall know I am the Lord. Once again, man, this is how what? We fell as a nation, man. Okay? That's how we fell as a nation, man. All right, starting at what? 70 AD all the way up to now, man. Okay, look at the state we in. But this was already prophesied, man. This would happen, man. Okay, and he would use Esau, okay, to fulfill his will. And I'm talking about Yahweh. Yahweh used Esau to fulfill his will. Okay? Let's continue on, man. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, man. Because once again, the Lord said he was going to bring the worst of the heathens and put them over top of us. And he did that. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48 to 50. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and the want of all things. Listen, we got to go to Esau for everything. If we want clothes, if we want food, if we're thirsty, we have to go to Esau to the want of all things, our enemies, man. Okay, let's continue on though. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Now, who has a yoke of iron on their neck? Okay, who got that put on their neck, a yoke of iron? Well, all you have to do is go to your Google search bar and type in a yoke of iron on neck. And what you're going to see is a Negro going to pop up. This was already biblical prophecy that this would happen to us as a people. Okay, let's continue on, man. Until he have destroyed thee, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly. Isn't that Esau's symbol? All the Edomites use that eagle because the eagle is a proud bird, man. It's a very proud bird. Okay, just like Esau. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fair countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Isn't that what Esau did? Okay, once he got us over here in slavery and still to this day, to all 12 tribes. Okay, Esau don't care if you're young or you're old, man. When Esau bring that sword out, he gonna slay you, man. And hey, that's who he is, man. But this was all biblical prophecy, as Esau like to call manifest destiny. Absolutely. That he would do this. All right? Let's go to the book of Psalms, man. But see, Esau think he did this by his own hands, man. This is where he's sadly mistaken. This is Psalms chapter 75. And I'm gonna start at verse 5, man. Lift up your horn on high, speak not with the stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But God is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another. Once again, let me read that part again. But God is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another. So all kingdoms on the earth that has been established is from the Lord, man. He sets up one, then he brings down another, man. All right? Let's continue on nevertheless, man. All right? Because once again, Esau coming in power was manifest destiny, but this is the will of the Lord, man. Yahweh was Shah, man. All right? Let's get Genesis, man. This is Genesis chapter 27. Just to prove that point even more, this is Genesis chapter 27. I'm going to start at verse 38. I'm going to read to verse 40. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Isn't that what Esau got? Isn't that why he's in power right now? I don't care wherever you go on the earth, man, these Edomites are ruling, man. Okay? They are ruling. They have embassies in every country, man. All right? But look, here go their blessing, though. And by the sword thou shalt live. What is today modern day sword? The gun, man. All right? Look at Esau's military might. Okay? He was given that blessing, man. All right? By Yahweh Shah. How you think Esau came up with these nuclear missiles, man? That was a blessing from Yahweh Shah, man. Esau didn't do that of his own, man. All right? And shall serve thy brother. Hold on, let's start that from the top. And by thy sword shall thou slack it. And by thy sword shall thou live. And Esau has been living by that sword. That's his blessing. This is why any of you Israelites think about picking up a sword or picking up a gun to go against Esau, you're going to die. Because this is his blessing. You cannot beat Esau with his own blessing. It's not going to happen, man. All right? And shall serve thy brother Esau. This is part of the manifest destiny. And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Yeah, man. Esau, you're going to serve your brother, man. This is part of this manifest destiny that you've been talking about, man. All right? But once again, you only told half of the story. Let's continue on nevertheless, man. Let's go to Revelations, man. Because Esau was given a great sword, man. And let's get that. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That goes back to what? Genesis chapter 27, verse 40, man. That's that blessing Esau was given. That great sword, man. Okay? And he's going to use it. All right? As he always been using it. All right? Let's continue on nevertheless, man. Let's continue on, man. Let's go to Sirach chapter 9, verse 13. This is in the Apocrypha. All right? Let's get that. So this is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 9, verse 13, man. This is why we say, because we know who Esau is, You know, we try our best to follow the statute, laws, and commandments and pray the Lord keep us away from the man that kills. And that's you, Esau, because once again, you was given that great sword. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that had the power to kill. Who would that be? That's you, Esau. So shall thou no doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, make no foe, lest he take away thy life presently. That's right, man. So you come in contact with Esau, man, you got to be very cautious. You got to use wisdom when you deal with Esau, or he would instantly take away your life. Because why? He was given that great sword, man. All right? Remember that thou goes in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlement of the city. There you have it, man. All right? Let's continue on, man. Let's continue on in this manifest destiny. Shall we? All right. Let's go to Psalms chapter 73. This is Psalm 73. All right. And I'm going to start at verse 5. I'm going to read to verse 9 because once again, it was manifest destiny for Esau to come in power. That's the first half of the story. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And who would that be? That's Esau. Esau is not in trouble like other men. Esau don't have to worry about his kids being gunned down in the streets or him getting pulled over by the police getting gunned down. He's not in trouble as other men. Okay, let's start there from the top. Shall we? Psalms chapter 73, verse 5 to 9. They are not in trouble as other men, Esau, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. That's all Esau. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. That's right, man. Esau has everything, man, but he still wants more. Okay, this is why he's trying to go up into space and stuff, up into the heavens. You know, he want to conquer that too, but he's sadly mistaken, man. All right, let's continue on. They are corrupt and speak wickedly. Concerning oppression, they speak lawfully. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. That's Esau, man. That's Esau. Once again, man, this is part of Esau manifest destiny, the way Yahweh Shah set him up. All right? Let's continue going, though. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's stay in the book of Psalms. Salakia. This is Psalms chapter 17. All right? And I'm going to read verse 13 and 14. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from man, which are thy hand. Once again, that shows that the Lord controls everything, the right-hand side and the left-hand side. O Lord, from man of the world, which have their portion in this life, Esau, and whose bellies thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. That's right, man. All right, that's why Esau has a will, man. All right, that's why when an Edomite die, he leave his what? He leave his fortune, all right, to his children. And it stays within their bloodline from generation to generation. Okay? That's part of that blessing Esau got. All right? Or, as Esau like to call it, manifest destiny, man. Let's continue on, though. All right? But once again, man, all of this was set up and ordained by Yahweh Shah, man. All right? And Yahweh going to show you, Esau, you know, that you are nothing but a man. You're not a God. You're just a man. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10, all right? Declaring the end from the beginning. This is the Lord. So the Lord set up this manifest destiny that Esau loves to talk about. Declaring the end from the beginning. And from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, I will do all my pleasures. There you have it, man. All right? The Lord set up kingdoms, man. All right? Let's continue on, man. All right? Let's go to the book of Daniel, man. This is Daniel. And I'm going to start at chapter 8. And I'm going to read verse 3. And I'm going to read about the 10, man. Because this is details the different kingdoms that Yahweh set up, as well as the kingdom of the Greeks, all right, which is you Edomites, all right, and the last kingdom, which is America, man. Well, let's read it, man. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. That's talking about what? That's talking about the Medo-Persian Empire, man, because the Persians were more greater than the Medes, man. Okay? They had more power, man. All right? Let's continue on, though. Nevertheless. And I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hands. But he did according to his will and became great. And that's why it's normally called the Persian Empire. Okay? Because that's how great the empire was, man. But who came up against the Persian Empire? We're about to get into it. And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth and touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes, man. Hey, man, let's talk about Alexander the Great, man. Okay, Alexander the Great. Okay, Alexander the Great took down the Persian Empire. And they show you that. You dig what I'm saying? A sense of that in the movie 300. You dig what I'm saying? But they don't go all the way through with that, though. But the Greeks took down the Persian Empire, man, through Alexander the Great. Or, you know, or as we call him, Alexander the Great. You know, but nevertheless, let's keep going, though. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fear of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with choler, that means anger, against him, and smote the ram, and break his 2 horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him, but he cast him down to the ground and stomped upon him. And there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hands, man. That's right, man. That's talking about the Greeks, man, when they came in power, man. Alexander the Great, man. All right? Starting with him, man. All right? Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven. And hey, let's talk about his 4 generals, man. Alexander the Great 4 generals, man. All right? Let's keep going, though. And out of one of them came forth a little horn. And what is that little horn talking about? That little horn is talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, man. All right? Which waxed great, Salakia, which waxed exceedingly great towards the south and towards the east and towards the pleasant land. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven, because Antiochus Epiphanes, he put hell on the Israelites, man. All right? He put hell on us, man. All right? And it cast down some of the hosts and other stars to the ground and stomped upon them. There you have it, man. So, hey, man, those empires, those 4 empires is what? The Medio, all right? Then you had the Persians. Then you had the Greeks, Well, let me say that again. You had the Medes, you had the Persians, right? Then you had the Greeks. Then that last kingdom that came up was America, man. All right? And you know what? I'm going to jump down a little bit. All right? And I'm going to start at verse 23, man. No, I'm starting at verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. And now, you know what? I'm starting at 20. The ram which thou sawest, having 2 horns, are the kings of the Medes and Persia. There you have it. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, the Greeks. And the great horn that is between the eyes is the first king, Antiochus Epiphanes, man. Now that being broken, wherefore stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand out of the nation, but not in his power. Once again, you remember Alexander the Great had those 4 generals, man. All right? Those 4 generals. All right? Salaki. Let me say that again. Let me read verse 22 again. Now that being broken, wherefore 4 stood up, and 4 kingdoms. That's right. That was Alexander 4 generals. All right? Out of the nation, but not in his power. And in the latter times of their kingdom, which he transgressors are come to full, a king of fierce countenance and a dark understanding, dark sinners shall rise up. And those Antiochus Epiphanes, man. And his power shall be mighty, but not of his own power. And he shall destroy wonderful, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and of the holy people. That's talking about America, man. You know, that's when America got risen up, man. And America is their 4th kingdom, man. All right? And listen, and through his policies also he shall cause crafty to prosper in his hands, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince or princes, but he shall be broken without hand. That's right, man. That's talking about their war in heaven, man. All right? Spoken of in Revelation, their war in heaven, man. That's when the dragon and his angels are going to fight against the Messiah, Yahweh, and his angels. All right? Because once again, America is their last kingdom, man. Their 4th kingdom, man. All right? Nevertheless, let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Let's go to Revelations, man. Because you got to remember, that deadly wound was healed, though, with Esau, man. And they came back, what? America is the Roman Empire back reincarnated, man. Yeah, man. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Hey, man, there you have it, man. Okay. Let's continue on. Let's get Revelations, man. Let's stay in Revelation, brother. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 7 and 8. Because once again, man, Esau is in power, man. You know? And this is how Esau came into power and deceived the nations, man. Let's get that. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 7 and 8. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosened out of his prison. And what is that talking about, man? That's when Esau, what? Was in those cliffs and in those rocks, man. In those caves, man. All right? And when he got loosened, that started doing what? Doing the Renaissance period. All right? And he shall go out to deceive the nations, which he did, which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. And he did it. God and made God to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And hey, Esau did that, man. Esau did that. Esau, when he got loosened, okay, he deceived the nations, man. He did that. Still to this very day. But we're at the end of the age of Edom, and the nations are figuring out this man is a liar, man. Okay? Let's continue on nevertheless. Let's stay in Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 23. Okay? Some more part of this manifest destiny that Esau loves to talk about. Revelation chapter 18, verse 23. All right? And the light of a candle shall shine no more, and all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more, and all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. There you have it, man. There's Esau, man. All right? He deceived all the nations, man. And preferably here in America, man, deceived all the nations, man. All the nations got drunk by American philosophies, man. Still showing Esau part of that manifest destiny, that he would do this, all right? Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, man. This is 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 11, verses 37 to 40, all right? Showing that this was the will of Yahweh Shah for Esau to rule, man. Because the Lord set up all kings to rule. Okay? This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 11, all right? And I'm going to start at verse 37. I'm going to read to 40, okay? Second Esdras, chapter 11, verse 37 to 40. And I beheld, lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. Who's that talking about? Talking about Israel, man. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, Hear thou, I walk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world? Let me start it again from the top, man. And I beheld, lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the woods. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, this is talking about Yahweh Shah, Salaki, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts? Hey, what four beasts they're talking about? Well, I just got to read that today. Whom I made to reign in my world. Huh? So once again, this manifest destiny that Esau loves to talk about, he was set up by Yahweh Shah. That the end of their times might come to them. All right? And the fourth came, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the whole world with great fearlessness, and over the whole compass of the world with much wickedness, oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Once again, man, this is how Esau came into power, through Yahweh Shah. Salaki, family. Little wind kicking up. Well, it don't matter, it must go on, man. But that's how Esau came into power, man. All right? This is how he came into power, man. All right, in that power seat, right? Let's continue on, though. Let's continue on. Let's go to Romans, man. Because once again, the Lord put this devil in power, man. This is Romans. And I'm going to start at, let's start at verse 13, man. This is Romans chapter 13, another scripture showing you that the Lord put Esau in power, just like I read in 2nd Esdras, right? Right? Chapter 11, verse 37 to 40. Well, the same thing in Romans chapter 13. Let every soul be subject unto the high powers, for there is no power but of God, the powers that are ordained of God Whosoever therefore resisted power, resist the ordinance of God. Once again, the Lord put Esau in power. And they that resist him shall receive to themselves damnation. This is why we always say, for you Israelites thinking about picking up guns, right, and going against Esau, hey man, you're going to die, man. You're going to lose. Because it wasn't set up for Esau to come down that way. It was set up to Esau to go down by Yahweh Shah, the second coming of Yahweh Shah, man. All right? That's how Esau's going down. Yahweh Shah going to take him down. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but the evil which thou then be not afraid of the power. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God. Who set him up? Yahweh. To thee, for good. But if thou do evil, be afraid. For he burneth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Once again, who set him up, man? Yahweh set Esau up, man. All right? Let's go back to the book of Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. All right? This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removes the kings and set up kings. Who do all that? Yahweh do. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. There you go, man. This all comes from Yahweh Shah. You know, not from you, Esau. All right? And let's go to Job chapter 14, verse 5, because Esau is at the end of his kingdom. All right? He's at the end. Esau has a line that he cannot cross. Okay? And we're almost there. All right? This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. All right? Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's right. So Esau rulership, Esau being in power, is only for a particular time. And we are at the end of the age of Edom. All right? Because once again, the earth abides forever, man. All right? When they say the end of the world, that only means the end of an age, the end of somebody ruling. That's all that means, man. All right? Because the earth will abide forever. Now, let's go to Isaiah, man. Because once again, Esau, here go the second half of this manifest destiny. This is Isaiah chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 12. Because once again, Esau, you think you put yourself in the power. You're sadly mistaken. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria, and that is modern day who? Esau, and the glory of his high look. Because Esau is a proud man. All right? For he said of, by the strength of my hand, I have done it, and by my wisdom. That's why Esau said, you know, him coming in power will manifest destiny. Because Esau said, by my hand, I did it. By my wisdom, I did it. You ain't giving the Lord his credit, man. All right? And the Lord gonna see you because of that. All right? For I am prudent. I have removed the bounds of the people and have robbed their treasures. And I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. And my hand have found, this is Esau being proud, right? And my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathered eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth. And there was none that moved the wing or opened the mouth or peeped. And that's Esau being proud, right? Verse 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heareth therewith? That's right, man. So Yahweh Shah is mocking Esau, man. That's like the axe talking back to the man that's using it, right? In this case, Esau, you are the axe, right? Who shall so magnify itself against him that shaketh it, as if the rod shake itself against them that lifted it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood? There you have it, man. Yahweh is making mockery of you, Esau. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among the fat one leanness. That starting with you who? You elites, man. You Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you Gettys, you Dupont, right? He's going to take your power, man. And under his glory he shall kindle a burning fire like a burning of a fire. There you have it, man. Let's continue on. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, man. Because once again, we now getting into the second half of this thing called manifest destiny. Once again, Esau, you're at the end of your power. You're at the end of the age of Edom. And let's get there. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Once again, the earth abide forever. So we're at the end of the age of Esau, and we get ready to begin the age of Jacob. All right? Let's continue on, though. Let's go to Matthew. Because why is the end is coming, man? Because Yahweh Shah have ordained his prophets and set up his prophets to come out here last at the end of a kingdom, man. And once the prophets are set up to come out last and prophesy against the kingdom, shortly after that, a kingdom fall. Just like now we're prophesying against America. America's getting ready to fall, man. And this has happened throughout all kingdoms. All right? Whenever the prophets came on the scene, shortly after, that kingdom fell. America is no different. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. All right? And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness until all nations, and then the end shall come. Now, how is this truth? How is this gospel going out through the four corners of the earth? Through the internet. Okay? But once again, when the prophets come and get set up last and preach against the kingdom, that kingdom shortly falls, man. All right? Let's go to Isaiah, man. This is Isaiah chapter 62. And I'm going to start at verse 6. And I'm going to read 6 to 8. So this is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6 to 8. I have set up watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Okay, and what? You can look on the internet and you see videos going out day and night. Okay, all times of the day and all times of the night. We're blowing the trumpet constantly. All right? Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. And we ain't keeping silence, man. We blowing the trumpet. And give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And the Lord is getting ready to do that. All right? This is the other part of this, what? Manifest destiny. The Lord hath sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength, surely I will no more give thy wine to be meat for thy enemies. Right, because we are the Lord's wine. We are precious to the Lord, right? And the sons of the strangers shall not drink thy wine, for the which has thy labor. That's right, man. The Lord's getting ready to put us back in the rulership position, all right? But once again, the Lord set the prophets up last. When the prophets come on the scene, that kingdom get ready to fall, man. And has did that throughout the ages, man. All right? Let's go to Jeremiah. I must emphasize that, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 28. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. This is what we're telling our people, you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, as well as you Israelite foreigners, man. Hey, great war is coming, great evils is coming, great famine is coming, and great pestilence is coming. Every time we came back on the earth, this has been our job. We have did this every time, man. All right? This is how you know this is the end, man. The prophets are back. All right? Let's continue. This is another telltale sign. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Who's the wicked that has been revealed? That's you, Esau. Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And he's destroying it with the spirit of his mouth through the prophets, man. All right? Because we're prophesying this word day and night. Okay? Let's continue on, man. Let's go back to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20, man. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. That's right, man. Hey, in the past, all right, Esau and even 2/3 of our people have killed off the prophets. But it ain't going to happen this time, man. We're in the last day, you shall see your teachers, man. All right? It ain't finna happen this time, man. Because the Lord is going to raise us up, man. All right? Because you got to understand something, man. The Lord gave this knowledge of these scriptures and these breakdown of these scriptures to the people who are the most despised on the earth. What people, what group of people are the most despised people on the face of this earth? Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. We're the most despised people. Now let me get that. Let me prove that. Because the Lord deals with the underdog, man. He don't deal with the mighty. He deals with the underdog. He deals with the meek. He deals with the poor. Okay? Let's get 1 Corinthians, man. This is 1 Corinthians, all right, chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27, man. And I'm going to read 28. But God hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. We are looked at as the foolish things of this world, man. We didn't go to college. We didn't go to Bible colleges to understand this word, man. All right? We was given the understanding through the Holy Spirit, man. Yahweh Shah set up the elders, right? And the apostles, right? And those men that came into this thing, Yahweh Shah had already ordained it in the spirit. Once we heard that word, we was going to come in, man. All right? Because we didn't go to these theologian schools. Let me start it from the top. But God hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of this world to confound the things which are mighty. There is no scholar that can come up and go against us, man. Not with these scriptures, man. We'll turn to shreds, man. Okay? And that's only through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, man. All right? Verse 28. And base things of the world and the things which are despised have God chosen. Let's read that again. And base things of the world and things which are despised have God chosen. Hey, man, this is why we're God chosen people, man. Because we're despised, man. We're despised. But little do they know, man, they're going to find out who they hated were the children of God, man. And they're in big trouble, man. Okay? Let's continue on. Ye and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. There you have it, man. Let's continue on, though, man. Let's go to the book of Luke. This is Luke chapter 10. And I'm going to start at verse 19 to 21. Luke chapter 10, verse 19 to 21. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and on scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. Hey, man, stay patient and wait upon the Lord. He about to give us that power, man. All right? And nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding, and rejoice not that the spirit are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven, in the book of life. In that hour, Yahweh shall rejoice in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and of earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent and hast revealed them unto babes. The Lord gave this word unto babes, man. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight, man. That's right, man. Lord deals with the low, okay? He deals with those who are hated in society, man. This is who he raised up, because the Lord deals with the underdog, man. All right? He loves dealing with the underdog to show his power. And hey, man, the world ain't gonna believe it, man. The world ain't gonna believe that Negroes and Latinos, Native American Indians are the children of Israel, man. This story right here is going to be the story of all stories, man. All right? Because listen, as you see, right, with the cargo ships, right, cannot enter into the ports, right? What do you think's getting ready to happen on that, man? Okay? When the goods cannot get into the cities, what do you think's going to happen, man? A grocery store only what? A grocery store only have food for 3 days. That's why those trucks run like every 3 days. So what do you think's going to happen when a lack of goods come out of here? What do you think's going to happen? It's going to be a what? A dog-eat world, man. But listen, man, we're going to depend on the Lord, though, man. See, we ain't worried about that. Matter of fact, we are happy that this is happening, man. We cherish in this, man, because we know the end is near, man. All right? Let's continue on. Let's go to Zephaniah, man. All right? Because we're going to wait upon the Lord, man. Because the Lord is not a man that he should lie, man. All right? Let's get that, man. Let's get that. Because while everybody else going crazy, they ain't got no food to eat. They have no water. They can't get no medication. We're going to remain calm, man. The Lord said in the last days that he was going to provide for his people, his servants, man, his prophets, man. So we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day I raise you up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with fire in my jealousy. So, hey, man, wait upon the Lord. Don't go out here picking up no guns, man. All right? Because if you do, you shall surely die, man. And anyway, man, I always thought, man, and always felt picking up a gun is a sucker move, man. You know, anybody can pick up a gun, man. Anybody can do that, you know. We're going to wait upon the Lord, man. You know, that's carnality. We're spiritual men, all right? Let's continue on, man, because the Lord going to give us that power, man. Let's go to Zechariah, man. Let's go to Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. Man. All right? Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. Man. When I have bent Judah for me and filled the bow with Ephraim and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. The Lord getting ready to raise us up, man, because there is going to be civil wars out here. There is going to be race wars out here, man. All right? But the Lord going to raise us up, man. You know? Let's continue on, man. He's going to give us that power. All right? Let's go to Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. All right? Jeremiah chapter 51. And I'm going to start at verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. Who is he talking about? The elect. Let's start it from the top. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations. The Lord gonna give us that power, man. All right? And with thee I will destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces men and women. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. All right? I also will break in pieces thee, the shepherd, with his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husband and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. This is the power that we're getting ready to receive, man. All right? Let's continue on, man. Let's go to the book of Revelations, man. This is Revelations chapter 2. This is Revelations chapter 2, verse 26 to 27, all right? Revelations chapter 2, verse 26 to 27. And he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, man. We get ready to get power over the nations, man. Because the same people that put us in slavery, we get ready to put them in slavery through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron. As the vessels of a pottery shall they be broken to shivers, even I received of my Father. The Lord's going to give us that power on high, man. Okay? Let's go to the book of Psalms, man. Once again, this is the second half of Manifest Destiny. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 89. Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the othermost parts of the earth for thy possession. This is what's coming into us, man. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter vessel. There you have it, man. All right. Let's continue on, man. Let's get the book of Joshua, man. This is Joshua chapter 23, verse 10, man. This is the power that we get ready to get, man. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, it is that, how you doing? He is that fighting for you as he have promised. Let's read that again. One man of you shall chase 1,000. For the Lord your God, it is that fighteth for you, as he have promised you. That's right, man. The Lord fighting for us, man. One of us gonna chase 1,000, man. We're gonna get those spiritual powers, man. All right. Salaki. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Okay? Because Esau, you finished, man. You are finished. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Because the Lord's getting ready to break down your kingdom, man. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. The people against the Lord have indignation forever. You Edomites, man. This is why y'all get ready to go into slavery, man. This is why y'all kingdom is falling to pieces right before your eyes, man. America is finished, man. It's finished. Stick a fork in it. It's finished, man. All right? Let's continue on, though, man. Let's continue on. You know what? I'm going to end it off in the book of Obadiah, man. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18, man. And this is a perfect way to end it off, man. Perfect way. And this is what's getting ready to happen to Esau at the end. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. They shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken. So there you have it, man. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope those who come across it receive some type of edification. Until next time, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Rakakadah. Shalom, family.